trading him? There's a chance he could come back this year.
Again, anything we do has to benefit us. If it doesn't, then we won't.
How could trading him, it would really hurt your salary cap? You would lose a great player. How does that benefit the Steelers at all?
Well, again, Antonio Brown's one of the best players in the National Football League. And, you know, we'd like to have him on our team. So if you lose a player like that, if you decide to take a player like that off your team, you best have the compensation that'll justify removing that player. And that would be a significant compensation, either in the form of a draft pick or picks, or a player and picks, just so you can try to balance off the great loss that'll happen if you lose a player like that.
So, Kevin, if you don't find the adequate compensation to make the trade as you just described, with everything that has already transpired, do you see a path for Antonio being able to reintegrate himself into this team with everything that's kind of been said by him up to this point?
I do. Again, we're always going to look at Antonio Brown as a great player, a great contributor. And if there's something else out there that would offset that, great, we would all do it. If not, then we'll look at, okay, if we don't trade Antonio, he's going to be back with us. What are the benefits? What might be the drawbacks? And we're always going to balance that out. But we certainly, again, we can't say what will happen down the road. As you come out of the combine, different teams have different feelings about the possibilities of not only a trade, but what they might be able to draft. And it could go positively or negatively. But the one thing that doesn't change is Antonio Brown's value, not only to the National Football League, but to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Do you think that type of mending, just in the event that, let's say, you don't find adequate compensation, could happen? When Antonio Brown said that part of the reason why he had left the stadium at that point is because he felt like, Tomlin had conveyed that potentially had, quit on the team. So you're looking at a chemistry issue with him potentially feeling like he has teammates who think that he, quit on this situation, at least the last time that he was around them at the stadium. So I guess what I'm asking is, given all of that, and if you don't find adequate compensation, do you see a path where those issues could be mended? I've seen players during the course of a game, after a game to the next game, after a season to the next season. Things always change, and that's not uncommon. We've seen it a million times. Players get emotional, players get through it, players come out of it. Teams benefit if they can all manage that, and that's something I know Coach Tomlin's been great at. Coach Tomlin understands and manages player emotions very well. So I have no worry about his ability, not just in Antonio's case, but in any player's case. We look at everything individually. Players are very emotional. They're disappointed. They all hate to lose. We all hate to lose. And there's some things that are said during the course of a game, especially right after the game or during the game, that 10 minutes afterwards, it's forgotten. But that's the nature of our sport. So any player moving forward, I think they all change, again, from play to play, game to game, week to week, season to season. And it definitely seems like AB is of the mindset that he's moving on. So, I'm wondering if everything that you're saying is equates to how he felt walking away from that conversation with Mr. Rooney.
Again, to go to that conversation, I wasn't in with Mr. Rooney, but afterwards, Antonio asked us if he could post a picture with Mr. Rooney and share his feelings about that. To me, that was a great statement by him that was not mandated by anybody but him. So to me, that's an indication of where he really is. All the other stuff, listen, he's a great player. He's a huge contributor to us. He will be if he continues with us or wherever he goes. He's still a great player.
And lastly, Kevin, can I just say, I'm so sorry, I just wanted to squeeze this in, only because ESPN did an interview with Antonio Brown, a portion of which is going to air within the hour. And in that comment, AB said that, or tried to convey that, I guess the comment that you had made about the Ben Roethlisberger and the 52 kids, and I know you've since, clarified that, but that he felt somewhat of disrespect, by that comment. So I'm just wondering, what's your reaction to AB maybe kind of taking an issue with that comment that you made?
Yeah, the 52 kids comment, if anybody was there for the entire 30 minutes of the interview, they understood what I was saying. And I first put myself first in the blame for the 9-6-1 non-playoff season. So in referencing 52 kids, what I was referencing is Ben Roethlisberger is the only player on our roster that's won a Super Bowl. And I've had that conversation not only with Ben, I had that conversation with Marquise Pouncey. I had that conversation with Cam Hayward right after the season during our exit interviews. So that's something that really, anytime I say anything in the media, I'm not afraid to say it to our players, and probably have prior to that.